Welcome to the Conversations with Cousins podcast. I am JL the Dab King.
And I'm Tyler.
I'm T-Butter.
And I am Brooke.
Welcome back, guys. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It helps us so much.
Yes.
We're on the way to 30 subscribers still, so at least consider subscribing, as we love doing podcasts. We drop podcasts each week at
Wednesday.
on Wednesday at 8:30.
Is at question mark.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Thursday.
time anywhere from about 9 p.m. Tuesday till about 12 a.m. Wednesday.
It's just the editing, and man, this past week it
was
really bad. We had to
it was
call
a
into Apple, and he had to remotely show me what to do.
It was a
so I was
struggle.
like being babysat a little bit.
Not to get too technical, but the issue was we were saving the audio to an external hard drive, so we essentially weren't even using the hard drive on my computer, and it was just a mess, honestly.
Yeah, I could go on and on about my struggles with editing, and like yesterday I took my car to take pictures of it at a parking deck in High Point. I get there, get my camera out, put on my lens, I'm ready to go, and then I go to take some pictures, and then I realize, or my camera reminds me that I left my SD card in my computer here.
Nice.
Yeah. So but it does let you take one picture. You get to take one picture.
And it better be a money shot.
Yeah, it better be the one.
I wish we would have gotten the dude's name at Apple, because he was a huge help.
Right, dude.
And very knowledgeable.
It was pretty cool. That is the kind of experience that you like.
Right. So, yeah. Turn that notifications bell on, and you'll see when we drop our video.
Yeah, true that. True that.
And it's getting near Christmas, so it's going to be like a little present just popping up on your phone going, oh, hey, look, there's something else I can watch.
Bringing you a little holiday joy over here at Conversations with Cousins.
Drop a like if you would like to see us make a Christmas music album.
Right. And for Christmas, we might dress up.
I would be down with that.
As, Santa Claus or elves,
Or just some ugly sweaters, maybe.
Ugly sweaters is also a possibility. We could do both, though, I mean.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe we could have an ugly sweater contest.
Possibly.
Right. I want to give a couple shout-outs this week. Next week, we will have our homeboy Jordan on the podcast.
My boy, Jordan Simpson.
Yep.
He is a veteran here in these here United States.
Yes.
He just came back from Japan, but he is not in active military at the moment.
Right. I would also...
But his job requires him to be there right now. But he just got back home, so he's quarantining. But hopefully he'll be out of quarantine soon, so...
Also would like to shout out my homeboy Sam. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, homie.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam.
It won't be your birthday when this is out, but it is your birthday as we're recording it. Happy birthday. Appreciate you, homie. I would also like to shout out my homeboy Chris, who has been a very active member in our community.
Yeah.
I'd probably
Yo, what up, Chris?
say
Chris?
the most active member, and we all appreciate the support.
He does have a YouTube channel, too. If you would like, you're more than welcome to go check out his channel. We'll have it in the description below.
Right. I would like to shout out my boy Juice.
Juice.
He's also been active, commenting.
My dog Juice
And,
out there killing it in the city.
And, right. Doing big things.
He is doing big things.
And my homeboy Joe, lastly. Big shout out.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's probably somewhere rolling a truck over right now.
He's probably somewhere eating a donut right now.
On mama.
Hey, don't be hating on the man eating a donut.
Okay, Juice.
Yeah, Joe's somewhere eating a donut, I'm sure. So, I think that's all I've got as far as updates. Do y'all have any life updates?
No.
Our lives are boring as
Yeah.
shit, guys.
Yeah. True.
Got a double Fortnite last night.
Yes, we did.
Right.
A dub.
We did.
Dub
True.
City.
True that. Oh wait, no, I didn't even play.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You were-
I was asleep.
You was
Yeah.
playing in your
I was about to
dreams,
say.
maybe.
Yeah.
In
No,
fact,
that
I
was
really
good.
don't even remember Brooke being here.
If you were in the party, that was him snoring, not
Yes.
us.
Oh,
But it's
Uh,
okay.
Whoop! I guess we'll go right into our topics. We're
Alright.
gonna keep her open. We're gonna keep it open flowing.
Mm.
This week, who's gonna start us?
I think
Bro,
you should
No,
know.
I think it's Brooke because
Tyler.
Brooke hasn't started us at all yet.
Oh, the pressure's on.
But there's also one other person that hasn't started it.
Who?
Drew.
Ladies
You have not started it, Drew. Drew, you have not
Yeah.
started one topic.
I
mean,
thought Drew has.
I mean,
I
I can
have.
start.
Okay, you know what?
I have
Rock,
started
paper,
it.
scissors.
Oh, it
One of
comes down
one,
to this.
one of one, or two, or best 2 out of 3.
I'll let the
Best
lady
2
decide.
out of 4.
Oh, we'll just do it one time.
Just one and
Just-
done.
yeah, one
All right.
Hold on here.
Are you ready?
All right, ready.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That was okay. What's a draw? Does
You
that
gotta
mean one of
redo
y'all
it again.
go?
No, you have to do it again.
I'm kidding.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
With the dub.
Best 2 out of 3 now. You've already done 2.
No.
no, it was a draw.
Oh my god.
Alright.
But
I will start next week, though. How about that?
yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
the most unprepared. I feel like. and
As
I'm
y'all
going
are
to-
our witnesses.
But
I
you know
can
what?
start if you don't want to.
It's
No.
alright. Jump
It's
into
okay.
it.
So, as I was searching for a topic, something that caught my eye, I guess, was gene editing in humans. So, do y'all think that they should allow gene editing? Just to throw out there some pros
What
would
is the-
be to get rid of some, like, you know, hereditary diseases. And cons, in my opinion, would just be, it's like,
Playing God.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like at that point you don't have a kid, you have like you created. You gotta.
I don't know. I mean, if you kind of think about it, I'm not saying I'm for or against it as of right this second, but if you kind of think about it, it's sort of the same thing as having like a surgery done. It's just before birth versus after. That's kind of a way to look at it.
But I mean, I get the good side of like trying to get rid of diseases and such,
Right.
but another con to it is who's gonna be able to afford that.
Right.
So it's
It's
gonna be
gonna be-
very one-sided.
It's going to be upper class.
Right.
It's a very touchy situation. Of course, it's one of the things, if you can afford it, you're going to be for it, and if you can't, you're going to be
I mean,
against it.
I'm against it, not
Right.
because I can't afford it,
Right.
but for other reasons too.
I would say I don't agree with playing God,
Right.
but at the same time, if we could edit cancer out, I would say
Yeah,
I'm all
that's-
for it.
I'm
Yeah.
basically
You
in
know.
that. I'm in that same boat, really.
But then you have
Ma-
to think about like when you're expanding people's lifespans like that too. If you're eliminating disease like that and they're living longer,
Right.
then you have, like, we already have a lot of people on this planet.
Yeah.
So if they're staying
And
here
we're not
longer,
even
Population
populated
control.
like.
We're running into that problem now.
We are not running into the problem like China. It's totally
No, but that's what I'm saying. If we're running into that problem now, and there's very minute different there's minute different forms of gene manipulation being used today in 2020. If there's very slight of that happening, eventually over time we will be worse than China across the whole entire globe.
I'm not
And that's
saying
what I'm
that
saying,
couldn't
like-
that couldn't eventually happen. I'm just saying right now it's not even remotely close.
Yeah, but it's already happening now. So what happens when you start manipulating stuff and creating a longer lifespan?
Speaking for, I would rather leave the world better when we leave than when we started. When I
Yeah.
started my life. So,
Mhm.
But that's kind of getting off topic a little bit.
But
Gene editing.
What was your question again, Trevor?
I didn't have a question.
Oh.
I was just making a statement. I mean, just think about. My thing is, I'm against it for certain things, but okay against certain. I mean, if you can start taking out a single gene, like a single gene that would cause cancer, okay, I can understand that.
I'll say I would be for it.
Yeah,
But we have to have a governing body
exactly.
policing.
Right.
The
Exactly. It
use of
shouldn't. It shouldn't be. Well, we want her to have whatever color eyes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, like that's playing
It
too
can't.
much.
It can't be just like Botox injections where anybody can do it and there's people getting messed up.
How
That's
many
what I'm
times has this
saying.
happened? Though? I mean, what are? I mean,
There's multiple different.
what are the chances of them completely ruining everything?
Completely ruining everything. In what sense? Like,
Like, I mean, if you're editing, I mean, well, I guess if it's DNA, it depends on how it's used. But
editing genetics.
yeah,
If you're talking about just like completely mess up and like cause Down syndrome, for example.
right. Just something else that.
Right.
Then you've made that child that way, and you'll have to live with that. That's why I say I'm against it. It's
Well, I
the
know
screw
that's
up.
what I'm
There
saying.
has-
What are
At
the
that
chances?
point,
I don't
it's
know
like-
like how much has this been tested. Like,
There has to be a way to punish that doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But when you play around, like, especially when you're picking, like, down to pick an eye color, you don't have like a child at that point. Like, it's like a creation. I mean, but like,
You're also
it's not.
saying one eye color is better than the other, which is already instilling principles I don't agree with.
There's a word for it though, for what I'm trying to think about. It's like hyper agency or something like that. I don't.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, but it's pretty much taken away that feeling of having a child, like, just naturally without anything. Like, I don't know.
You
Like,
basically
just,
created a
like the feeling you have for your child,
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna have when you like created it, like in the same way you would if it was just.
You got to pick everything out.
Yeah.
and It's
Yeah.
basically build a bear for your baby.
Because
Exactly.
eventually you're going to think to yourself, I made a mistake. Because we, as humans, always second guess everything. And imagine second guessing something that you picked out to put on your child. Imagine if you had control of that and then started second guessing it. That would eat me
Oh,
up.
And you know you would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
That's where I get tricky.
Look up
Which-
that word.
Genetics is way past
Look
my
up-
IQ
look up.
level in
Yeah.
the first place, but
Oh, yeah.
Look up what?
I don't know enough about it, but I'm still kind of against it because then at some point it would be weaponized and used as superhuman. Some foreign military or even our own.
superhuman.
Yeah, you would
slash
start getting
you
yep.
get into creating people trying to create. I mean, anything a master race.
Yep. And that's why I'm against it because if
That-
somebody, you can always have that bad.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Even just picking an eye color. You're saying one eye color is better than the
Mhm.
other, and I disagree with instilling that in any way.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right. You can have one that you think looks better, like what you prefer, but it's not right to alter that
Right.
yourself.
You can be
Mhm.
attracted to one more, but it doesn't mean one is better than the other.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Y'all have any more on gene manipulation?
I would just like to say it's very interesting. It's a
It
very
is interesting, yes.
I would just like to say how crazy it is that that's even possible. Honestly,
people are
that's
so
scary how far like that has come.
people are so quick
Really?
to judge new science, and just because it's new, completely shut it down. And new science and new developments are important.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I
They
mean,
have to grow.
yeah.
The scary part is who's the ones developing it faster, the good or the bad.
That's true.
And why is it being?
Mhm.
And why does it have to be rushed? It should be something that mutually everyone is wanting to get the best of.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Right.
that word that I was talking about, paper agency, is not what I thought it was. I actually Googled it. The way I translated it when I was reading this article earlier was not the way that definition is put out.
Right.
That definition's more about wealth.
I
Like
gotcha.
control when you're wealthy, like being able to alter your kids, like that. I mean, maybe it's about the same, like
Right,
that feeling you
yeah.
have when, I don't know, you're wealthy and you can change your kid's eye color. I don't know.
I gotcha. So, anybody got anything else to add to the topic? Brooks' topic of the week?
I don't.
I do not.
All right, let's go on down the line here. Tyler, you're up to bat.
All right, mine is a nice, easy, light going topic. I just want to know what is y'all's dream cars and why.
Basic.
I know.
If you're referring to Trevor, yes. I'm just joking.
Just attack me.
Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. So we all think you have the best choice here, Trevor. So why don't you go ahead and start this one
All
off?
right. So I don't know. I really don't have a dream car. I like cars, but I don't just.
But if there
sit
was
there
just
and
one
think,
that
oh,
you
I
just-
have to have that one. I don't think like that. I don't know. Like, I'm not that into cars. So last time they asked me this, I just shot out with a Honda Prelude, and they thought that was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I just don't like cars like y'all. I don't know. Like, I'm not into cars like that. Like,
When you
Drew's into
ask-
like high-end supercars that
That's what I was
you
about
see
to
every
say.
day. Tyler, you're into like all different types of cars, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, if I see a cool car, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice, but I just can't come up and just strike up a conversation about a car.
I know,
It's
but
just
you
not
also
in me.
haven't really had your own car that is like
It's like a tuner. I've had my trucks. Now, if I
not
want,
necessarily
like,
a tuner. I'm just saying like
Like
sports
any sport,
oriented,
yeah.
like that. If
Had
you do, it's
trucks.
different.
Well,
'cause-
first let's all go through and state what current vehicles we drive. How
Alright.
about that?
all right.
I drive a 2004 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD, and we use that baby right there.
You know what we should have done? We
What?
should have just named out the cars and then tried to get them to guess who drives what.
Right? Yeah. All right.
But
so,
too late for that. Though.
Trevor, tell the people what you drive.
Well, currently I drive a 09 Ford Focus. Ford Focus.
But
Yeah.
tell the people how many bald eagles she has.
She has, I think, like 130.
And
If I'm not, I might be completely off on that. I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. That's too much.
You can look up
Tyler, look up.
a video on Tyler's TikTok of her burning of smoke in the tires completely
she
off.
was
Yeah,
burning.
I kind of messed that
smoke.
video up because it was on the wrong angle, and I was
Yeah.
trying to get my driver's side tire to break loose, so I was just spinning the wheel back and forth.
You were
trying
close.
I was trying to get it to break loose because the track was sticky as shit.
2009 Ford Focus specs, 140 horsepower.
140. I was close to that
Bald
130.
Eagles, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna say 140 to 120 to the wheels, 110 if that.
Hell, that might
But
be
there
the
is
same
something
as
I'll
mine.
tell you though.
What?
The e-brake works extremely well
That
in
it
that
does.
car. I have done some very big e-brake skids.
Some
in
power
Yes.
brakes, some power braking, yes.
But as you can
she
tell-
is tight like a tiger.
Now, I will tell you.
Me and Brooke are just gonna have to be audio from here on out. My camera just went out again.
All right.
But I can tell you, if Tyler wants to roll the clip in this video of me doing this drag strip pull of me just jumping the other competition off the tree.
Right.
Treeing skills in the Focus are amazing, but
Yes.
the
yes.
motor mounts, they don't hold up too well. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you, if you ever want to take a Ford Focus to the drag strip, go ahead and just order you some motor mounts and transmission mounts
You're gonna need
off
'em.
of Rock Auto. Just 100% going to need them. Go ahead and have them. It doesn't take an hour and a half to change them, but you're going to want them.
Now, guys, we are not sponsored by Rock Auto.
No, but
We
cheap or reliable, and they mail it to your house. Can't ask for
Well,
more.
that's not true. Sometimes I mail it to other people's houses.
Well, that isn't their fault. That was the UPS man.
Well, that's true.
And I can
Yes,
understand
yes,
what happened.
yes.
Our road kind of cuts off and then it picks back up after you have to turn and then turn back. It's weird.
Well, there's two Trexler roads in our
there's
neighborhood.
Trexler Road and the Trexler Avenue, and
It-
then there's like a 200, and then it's weird.
It's very strange.
It's
I mean,
weird.
I don't know how anybody finds your house, honestly.
I don't either. But yeah, it's weird. But I had to go find it. I drove by that dude's house and I was like, it was abandoned at the time, and I was like, that looks like my package.
No,
Said
I
Rock-
was the one
it was
that
Rock-
found it.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, I was
no,
with Grandpa.
No, it was me.
Shut up. No,
Actually,
I found
it
it
was
because
me.
I was with
It was Brooke,
Grandpa,
wasn't it?
and you had been missing that thing, and
'Cause
I
drove
happened to
past
see
it.
one, and I was
drove
like,
past it and I saw.
I
a
said, hold
box,
on a
but I
second.
was like,
So I
oh,
ran
man.
up there on the porch, and it said Rock Auto. I said, has to be Trevor's
I drove you
package.
back up there because you told me about it.
That's
what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, yep. All
Yeah.
right, so let's tell the people what you dropped, Tyler.
2009 C6 Corvette.
Piece of shit.
Yep. That Snapchat Yellow C6 YouTube channel. If you
He's
have
a
it, make sure to
retired
go
old
check it
man.
out.
Yeah,
Don't let
he's one
his
of those
clothes
guys.
fool you.
He's one of those guys who has his Instagram handle on his car. He is.
And then the
It is
American
true.
flag.
And we do give him hell for it.
That is true, but it's okay. It is okay.
All
Whatever.
But
right.
yeah,
Can we say?
I have fun in my car.
Tell-
Y'all know how much I love my car.
Tell the people your specs currently.
Okay, right now, like engine specs.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Stage 2 blower cam from Tick Performance, forged rods and pistons, stock crank. So if you know what that means in a car, if you don't, whenever you supercharge a car, if you don't have, or not supercharge, but if you go forced induction with any car, which is anything like a turbo or a supercharger, then you have to have components in the bottom end that'll stand the extra pressure or extra air being forced through the engine.
Yes.
And if you get forged internals, you can run higher horsepower with boost safe.
Right. You can't just put 1,000 horsepower to any car and
Right,
it
right. And it might work for a little bit, but
Right.
not long. Some cars come from the factory with those type of parts, some don't.
Yes.
Mine did not, so I have it put in there. But right now it makes 511 wheel horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque.
Those specs are nice and all, but I was kind of hoping for like the O'Reillys. If you called in, like, is it like 2-door? What engine?
Oh, yeah.
Like, thank you for calling O'Reillys.
Yeah,
what
I
can
need
look
wiper
you up?
blades for my C6
What
Corvette.
stage
Okay.
flux
Yeah,
capacitor?
is that the 6.2?
What
That's what-
stage?
that's what
No, the one they always ask me, is that the ZR1?
That's what I'm saying. So is it the?
They
which
don't know
model?
that car's sort of rare. I
So
mean,
what model is it? It's a
2009.
C6.
Yeah.
What package you got?
Oh, the 3LT. It's also Z51.
Okay. Does that have the gray interior or the
It's
black?
black.
Okay,
Ebony.
black. Is that a manual or automatic?
Manual.
Okay.
6-speed.
Okay. Is that all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
Neither. It's rear-wheel drive.
See, you didn't
what-
buy the upgrade package?
No.
What stage flux capacitor do
12.
you have on there?
Stage
Ooh,
12.
Ooh, that's
Does that one come with the half-size spare tire or full-size spare
Full
tire?
size, and I have an expansion tank.
Expansion tank. Okay, nice. Oh, do you use red windshield wiper fluid or blue?
Blue. That's the best for the winter
He
time.
actually is right now, though. He's testing out silver.
I've always used the yellow. It's good for bugs.
All right, let's move on down to Brooke. Tell the people what you drive, Brooke.
2006 Acura TSX.
Tell them who helped you pick it out.
Not Tyler.
Bull.
Who does she
I
hate most for
found
picking it out?
I found it. He went
I told
with
you to look at.
me.
No, I was the one who told you to look
You
at
sent it to me?
TSXs.
No, but
Yeah,
I
did
but
send
I
it to
found
you, I
it.
think.
No, I found it and I sent it to
I
you.
think I sent it to you.
No.
I'm gonna
Who do
check
you
it
resent?
out.
But when you feel that VTEC, when you feel that VTEC kick in, how
It's shit.
satisfying is that?
Not very.
She said it's
Not
shit.
after driving a V8. No, fuck that.
She said it's shit and it burns a quart of oil every time it goes.
I'm telling you, man, this thing is so slow.
I
I
have
think
one question.
I think it's like 160 horsepower. That's about it. And now, actually, we put it on the dyno. We did put it on the dyno.
She
And I
has
think
been
I don't
dynoed.
remember what the best was. Honestly, I want to say it was like, honestly, probably not 160. Probably like the 140 range. I don't remember. But it did
Oh.
look like a little Nike check mark when it hit VTEC, so it went up like probably 20 horsepower just in that.
I would like to shout out my boys over at Skidmark Racing for putting my tuner in my truck, giving me 435 horsepower on hot tune.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you much.
Thank you. It's very
So
reliable.
dream cars. My dream car is a Bugatti Bolide. Bolide.
Bolide.
Yes.
Fun fact: the BeamNG game that I play a lot,
Yes.
they're supposedly suing Bugatti because they stole their name because that was one of the names of the car in the game.
That is a fun fact, but yes, I happen to love this car. Although the maintenance I've heard for the tires that they have on there is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
But if we're talking about dream cars, that's not a problem. So
Right.
That's
that
mine
would
we're talking
definitely
about.
be a dream car.
Okay, what's your realistic?
1825 horsepower here, guys.
My realistic dream car.
Like if you were given not even $50,000 to go buy a car.
Oh, so
I
now
know
we're
the
getting.
answer to that.
All
I know
right, go ahead and
exactly
tell.
what I'll give
Go
you.
ahead and tell the people what y'all's answer is.
Go ahead, Trevor.
No, go ahead. One of y'all go first.
50 grand. Can we make it 60?
I mean, like around. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
50 to like 70.
If we can make
Yeah.
it 80.
Just
a ZR1 Corvette. Duh.
What about
Oh my
150?
Say, oh my god, that's such a great deal. Those cars are sick.
Okay, so
Stock,
for 60 grand.
638 horsepower.
60 grand top.
That's crank, but still, huh?
60 grand cap. What are you gonna buy?
ZR1.
Okay, Brooke, what are you gonna buy for 60 grand?
I don't even know if they cost that much. I just really, really love the CTSVs.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I like
You
a
get a-
luxury.
You can get a really nice
For
CTSV
about
for
40
That's
50
what-
grand.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
I would love a brand new CTSV.
Drew, for 60 grand, what are you getting?
I don't know.
Come on, 60 grand. I know exactly what I'm getting.
He's probably going with an Audi or something.
No, I would for 60 grand. I'd probably get a truck.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go early 15s,
I'm-
somewhere around in there. Denali, 2500
Maybe
four
I,
door.
I might get a Raptor.
I like the Raptors, honestly.
It's either gonna be a Raptor or I would try to get a couple-year-old like. What is it? What is?
High country.
Yeah, High Country.
High country. I'd get the Denali or high country.
Yeah.
High country GMCs are nice though.
They are really nice.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
probably do that actually over a Denali. I forgot about the high country.
But I can't disrespect on a Raptor either, though.
I know, but those like 50, I think it was like 16, 17 Chevy or GMC high countries. Those were some nice trucks.
Right.
Those
I
four
love-
door 2500 HDs.
I love my truck, my current truck though too. So
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
like your
would
truck,
go
too.
with the truck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. If
I
I
love
were
the
you, I would get something
versatility.
more fun. Since you already, your truck still does everything
Right.
it needs to do. You know.
I might would go with maybe a Benz, like a CLK maybe. Is the
Cool.
CLK the round on top?
Honestly, out of all the car brands, the Mercedes Benz is the least I know about as far as like different
I
models
think it's
and
a
stuff.
CLK though.
It's a 2-door.
Yes,
Yeah, I know what you're
with the round. It's a rounded up top.
Right.
I love it though. Really, the whole car is kind of rounded. Like
Are those less than 50 grand though? How
I
much are
don't,
those?
I don't know how much they are.
Do y'all like
CLK?
the new Z's?
I do.
I love it
yes.
actually. I saw a startup of one the other day, and that car is like. At first, I didn't like it because it kind of looked goofy, but the more I look at it, it's like it actually looks pretty good.
love
And
the
I like
back
the
end.
color too.
Yeah, the
The
color.
yellow that they had, like
yeah.
that pasty yellow, which is like makes it seem like 70-ish.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
I like the back end of them. It looks like what are they, like the 300ZX?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's a CLA. Sorry,
gotcha. Is it like an AMG?
and it's a four-door coupe. AMG we're
what year?
definitely getting.
Oh, and CTSV would 100% have to be a 4-door. I'm not a fan of the coupes.
I like the four door wagon. The two door.
This one starting out.
Well, yeah, a wagon.
That's cheaper than what I thought starting out.
Yeah.
2021 for a coupe? Only 37,000, so I
Yeah.
could get her loaded out.
Dude, you could get that and a side by side. Just saying.
Sweat,
True.
Dad.
That or a your dirt bike you've been
A
talking
motorcycle.
about.
Can we like pick like what we mean when I say a CTSV?
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to like slap a picture on,
We will
on
give
the
him a picture
podcast.
of it. Yes.
Cause I want a specific CTSV.
You want to pick the picture.
Yeah.
All right. I gotcha. Sure, we can add that in for him.
Yeah.
Now, if my dream vehicle, like if
Yeah.
I could really pick something like you were talking about last time we were talking about this.
My
Rick.
Bugatti dream price is not a
Yeah,
not a
not
problem.
an option.
What's it gonna be?
And then, so mine would probably be like a 40-foot, 50-foot, like toy hauler,
Yeah. RV toy hauler. 'cause
RV toy hauler.
It's hard to find those. Most of them are.
Just travel the
Fifth
world
wheels.
with a side by side in the back, and just go travel, hop
Could I
out,
fit,
ride.
Could I fit my dirt bike in there?
Yeah, you can fish a dirt bike.
Nice.
Tyler, you can pull a trailer.
What?
It won't fit two side by sides.
I can pull a trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, in the vet?
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
I mean,
If Cletus can do it, you can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean,
all right. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's your dream car. Also,
Yeah.
I would like to say a top. It was close to pick between the Bugatti and a Porsche GT3 RS. I love that car.
Yeah, I think the
Mhm.
Porsche looks better. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
just more of a classy looking, like just
She's also mean.
well-rounded.
She's
like,
also mean on the track though.
yeah, proportional. The Porsches, man, the GT like 2 RS, GT3
Right.
RS, beautiful cars, dude.
they remind
Perfect
me of
proportions,
old,
and they have the center hub wheels or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they look sick, dude.
All
Do
right.
y'all like?
And a PDK transmission. If you go automatic,
Right.
theirs is the best. Like hands down, PDK.
It's not even close.
That's the best dual
yeah.
clutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, Brooke?
Yeah. What did you have to
Oh,
say?
I was gonna say, what y'all think about like Audis? Audi like an R8.
I like the Audis. I think they look really
Mhm.
good. It's just not the car that if I had the money.
I feel like
would
it's
go for.
different though.
If I had unlimited
and
money,
I
I'd
feel
probably
like you
have
don't
one for
see
sure.
them like as. I feel like obviously like Lambos are a lot more popular.
I
Yeah.
will say, hey, Audi is the only station wagon I would buy. Audi has the
I would
only
I would get a
wagon.
CTSV wagon.
That's yeah, possibly,
yeah.
but I love
Actually, that's my
I
favorite.
love
CTSV
Audi's
is a
wagons.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I do like it, but I like their luxury, but I don't think I would buy it. It would be cool if like I had wrecked my car and it was a rental for the week while mine was getting worked on. It would be cool to have, but I just don't think I would buy an Audi.
Right.
I like R8s, but I see them. Those are played out. In my opinion, I've seen them a lot.
I just know if money wasn't a problem, I don't really like supercars like that. They
Right.
just, I don't know.
I don't like all supercars. My dream car, if I had all the money, would probably be a Huracan. I just love the Huracan and like the way it looks.
Right.
I know it's the baby Lambo or whatever, but I love it.
Well, when I say dream car, like I'm rich as fuck, and
Money's
so
just
like
Like,
it's
if
not,
money
my
wasn't a
only. I would not
problem?
say the Bugatti would be my only car. If I could only have one, it wouldn't be the only one because
Right. Right.
they aren't comfortable cars. Lamborghinis aren't cars you go to the grocery store in. It's a weekend car,
Mhm.
but
See, I like older cars. The older cars just,
Oh, I
like
love older cars
classics.
too.
yeah.
if I could buy a classic and like restore it and not have a budget into what I do to this car, that
Yeah,
would
40.
be a lot more meaningful, I think,
I
than
was-
having $1 million car like that.
You just
I just
Right.
bought that way.
That's
you
what
know?
that's kind of like the same thing with the Corvette. Like one day, hopefully, it will be like built and like crazy fast, and not just you can't just go buy one
Mhm.
like that from the factory. You know.
right,
Exactly.
right. So, what's your dream car, Brooke?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if I have a dream car. I
What
don't
about
know.
like an F40?
Oh, come on.
Like the only
Man, the F40
car
has
that's
hits
on my
different,
mind that I
too.
know I 100% like want at some point in my life is a CTSV, and that's about. I just stick to the realistic stuff.
But you
I
do-
don't.
You would like to have another charger.
No. I mean, I do miss my charger, but
I
don't
gotcha. All right, so moving on down the line.
Uh-oh, does that mean me?
That does mean you.
Oh, God. All right. So, here in North Carolina, where we are based, here in Conversations with Cousins headquarters, we have become to another lockdown.
Yes,
so to speak.
unfortunately.
We have a new curfew, and I was wanting to bring it up.
I
in
think
the
Brooke's actually about to break that curfew on her way home.
Yeah,
So are
it's-
you.
I am too.
it's currently like what time?
It's
12:57.
Yes,
Yeah.
12:57.
we're about 3
Um,
3 hours past
so-
curfew.
God.
There's
I don't
a
know,
new
man.
curfew.
Y'all's likelihood of getting COVID's way up there now.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
been active for pushing 3 hours now, guys.
I know.
Since 10 p.m. It's been active.
our whole.
I'm
That's
thinking
what
I'm feeling a
saying.
cough coming on.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I
Just,
wanted to
just
bring it up.
joking, guys. Don't attack us.
Well, if we're going
But
to talk
that's what I'm
about
bringing
what we
up.
think about the curfew, my thoughts are it's stupid because really you're making it worse. You're just forcing people to be in the store in between a certain time. So people
Mhm.
rush to get to the store before it closes, and
Yep.
you end up having more people in at one time than you would if it was just open the whole time.
Exactly. I think it's pointless. What are you gonna stop with us being on a curfew?
There's also little
What is
things
our
like even
chances?
back when this started, like
It's
that
not
just ticked me
necess-
off. Like we went to CC's, me and David one time when we were out running appointments.
What CC's?
I think it was Cartersville.
All
No,
right.
not Carter. I don't even remember.
Oh, okay.
Let's just tell everybody
Or
in
it
the
was
world where
Raleigh.
we live.
But so we went to
How far you
CC's.
mentioned y'all's road name.
We went to CC's, and you're supposed to be able to get your own. You walk, you know how it goes. You walk up, get your plate, and just go down the line, and get
It's
what
a
you
buffet.
want.
It's a buffet.
Right.
Buffett.
Well, and
A Jimmy buffet.
when COVID broke out, they stopped doing that. They got your plate for you, put the
Mhm.
food in, and then handed it to
Oh
you.
yeah, me and Joe went there.
And
Well,
then all that,
did that.
which doesn't even help. It makes no sense. And then the paper towels are still in the same spot, and everybody in the restaurant still has to walk over there and put their hands on it to get it.
So
Mhm.
my question is,
So
you
like,
just got
why, if you're not
self-conscious
gonna
of
fix
them.
everything, then why just say screw it? Let's just
Right.
go back to normal. This is stupid. None of it makes sense, dude.
Right. I agree with that.
And when you
but
said like they're forcing stores to close, they're not forcing like grocery stores and stuff like that to close, but I mean, it's more these small businesses and
They're trying to control
everything.
people. Really,
yeah.
they're making
It's
they're
gone
making
too far.
bars where they have to be closed early. They're trying to drive out bars.
they want to, in my personal opinion, I could be wrong, that they're trying to see how much they can take away from
Mhm.
us, and we take it.
Yep.
And what sucks is like the bars are locally owned.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying COVID isn't real.
No, I
My
totally
grandfather
agree.
had COVID.
Right?
It is real, but also life goes on.
Yeah.
My cousin
sorry.
currently has it.
It's like one of those things, like if everybody shelters in place from it, whenever you come out, it's going to be 10 times worse because it's going to mutate, and then you're not going to have any type of immunity built up in your body whatsoever.
Our
You're
immune
gonna just get
systems
struck
are
with it.
powerful,
Mhm.
and
They're stronger than what you think.
I will put a mask on when I will
Yeah.
put a mask on when I go into a store.
Unless they just come over and just straight up tell me I have to leave unless I put one on, I'm not doing it.
I'm not somebody who's going to create a scene or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's not worth it.
It's not that much of an inconvenience, but I'm not doing it until they
I kind of
ask.
like it
And I
now
haven't
that
really
it's
been cold
colder.
anywhere but the gym.
It
Right.
keeps the cold
Of all
off my
places.
face.
Right.
Like when I'm walking out the store, like running to my car, I'm like, well, this is one
Way to get
good
hot
thing
air on
about
my
it.
face.
The mask I have now that I keep in my truck is not uncomfortable though. I will say that much. It's not one of the paper ones, so it doesn't bother me that much.
It bothers
It-
me having to wear them. It's horrible, but yeah. That one that you got's pretty nice. I'm going to buy me one.
Right? It really isn't that uncomfortable to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people get headaches from the straps just going behind their ears.
Right.
So-
This also, it doesn't strap on behind the ears, it just goes over the top of your ear. just right over the top of you.
Yeah.
It had a whole lot of adjustments. It had like 2 inches of nothing but adjustments on the back of it.
Which it was, I mean, $7, but
Yeah, well worth it.
some people would say that is expensive. But if it's something you've got to wear every day,
Yeah.
$7 isn't that expensive.
See, that's what I hate about having to wear them now. Because at work they're making us wear them because there's been a couple people that got it through like their kids getting it at like daycare and different stuff.
Right.
So now they're making us wear them when we're riding trucks together, and while we're at work, if we're working in a close proximity, we're supposed to be wearing them. And I
Right.
understand they're just trying to keep us all safe from
Yeah.
spreading it. Because I mean, we do. When you're down somewhere in a ditch working, I mean, you're breathing real hard. But that's what I hate about it is, I mean, you get my whole face breaks out from having to wear a face mask all day,
And it's
sweating and junk. But
it's not something we've talked about because it doesn't really affect us that much. But I think from time to time I think about how it's affecting our younger generation with not being in school
Yeah.
and just
yeah,
I think there's going to be a certain delayed development on social skills for
yeah,
so
social
for these
anxiety is
kids.
about to spike big time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where you develop all your social skills is
Mhm.
in school, really.
Yep.
Not all, but 75% I would say.
It helps being around other kids your age.
It's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And see, like, now that they've done this, now if, like, anything happens, like, if there's a snowstorm or whatever, it's going to be, like, hop on
Right.
whatever they use. What's it called? Their,
Zoom.
yeah, Zoom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And childcare isn't cheap either. It's
No.
expensive. Like
Mm-hmm.
more people are having to pay for child care because
Not
it's
only
schools.
that, but kind of having to try to teach too, because you can't do it so much through a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Having somebody in person who knows how to teach you is much
and
And a lot
better.
of these teachers don't even know how to, like,
they
do
had
that.
they had
like,
to
they're still
read
learning to use, like, that kind
Right.
like, older teachers. I
Right,
mean,
they're
I
struggling to even get their
understand.
video
And-
going.
Yeah,
All
and I
of-
feel bad for them.
every teacher had to completely redo their whole class planning. I understand they might have to tweak it every year, but they had to completely redo it.
Not only that, when a teacher gets judged off of the rates, like
Mm-hmm.
of like
how
kids
their
retaining
students do.
stuff, and
Yeah.
Right.
especially in younger grades when little kids get distracted so much easier,
Mhm.
and they're at home and they're on a computer and like there's no telling else what's going on around them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're not retaining near as much information.
And I wonder how that's affecting a lot of their bonuses. Because I know I talked to a lot of teachers and whenever I was in high school, and they got a lot of bonuses if their kids like did better on their scores than what they were predicted to in the county. They got that was how they got raises each year.
Right.
wanna
right.
And I
know.
wonder how that's going to affect them this year. Because I mean, teachers don't get paid nearly enough
Heck
for
no.
all that they
No,
have
no.
to go through. Teachers do not get paid enough.
Mm-mm.
Why does part of me think that's messed up that that's the way that bonus works?
You can't pay teachers enough, in my opinion.
I don't know. I kind of don't like the way that.
They're
That's set
responsible for shaping the next
Mhm.
future generations. You can't put a dollar value on that.
But in my opinion, if you have, let's say, one kid's doing pretty good in a class, fairly
Yeah.
decent, one kid's doing worse.
Yeah.
Well, if they're getting, if they think they can help one more than the other, then they're probably not going to mess with the other one as much, because if they get the other one to go higher, they think that they can get them easier. That means more money for them.
Right.
I don't know.
That's the part that it could lead to messed up situations, in my
Right.
opinion.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never met a teacher like growing up in my years of school that was like that. Most of my teachers.
I'm not saying that the majority of them are. I'm just saying that that could happen.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean it could,
Yeah.
but I think it could still happen like that anyway. Without
Hell, one of my
that.
college professors was like that. He didn't give a crap about us.
Mm.
I'll tell you, we started out that class with it was a community college, so it was 24 of us maybe,
Right.
and by the time that class was over, maybe half the class, like 12 people. The rest of them, they dropped the class because, he was just an awful teacher.
Right. Mm. That's tough. That's tough.
But
So
Teachers like that don't deserve to get paid more, but
But
ones they literally steal material from another teacher at another like university.
right,
Like, don't no.
yeah,
Get outta here.
That's definitely
Right.
messed up.
yeah, back.
Inherently, I think teachers are mostly good and
Oh, yeah.
mostly
Right. Yeah, all through like every other teacher I've ever had, I've never had a problem with
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
them. But
So, I think we all pretty much here are against the lockdowns.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much just BS. It's another way to control us.
right. Moving on to my topic, I guess.
That's fine.
We had a special request from my homeboy Chris to go into a little more detail about a cashless society and how that would affect people.
Yeah.
It would definitely affect me.
Oh yeah.
how
Ah,
so?
yeah.
Cash is king.
Cash is king. I don't even have a bank account.
Same.
I barely ever use cash, honestly.
Right.
But when
You don't have a bank
it
account?
needs to
No.
exist.
You don't either?
Mm-mm.
What?
I go to the bank, I pick up my paycheck weekly, and yep.
Yep, they hold his cash up there until he gets there. and
See,
then
I'm
they
the
hand it to him.
opposite. I'm like, I never have cash on me.
Right.
Yeah, almost.
I manage my money better whenever I have cash.
Oh heck no! I manage my money better when I can.
I
like-
do manage my money better when I have cash, but I still don't like cash.
I'll look at it more whenever I'm spending it, and
Yeah,
I keep
but
my money
I
organized.
have my
so
wallet
I
get
know how
stolen.
much
I used to keep $300 in my wallet at all times.
I don't know. It's
$300
easier.
bills in my wallet, and then my wallet got stolen.
It's
Like
so
keep it in
easy.
your
Then
sock.
I'm not doing that anymore.
For
It's
me,
like keep it in your sock.
it's so easy to go online and spend so much money,
Yep.
and
Oh,
before
yeah.
you realize that you're $500.
Not when
Right.
you're broke.
Oh no, it's so easy. There's called a wish list.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I like online shopping, but I don't know. I've never carried cash. I've always had a bank account since I've started working,
Right.
and I don't know. I'm just naturally good at managing money, I guess.
I gotcha.
I keep up with it really well that way.
Now I've had a bank account. It's not that I've never have had one. It's just it works better for me if I have cash.
See, the reason I think my bank account works better for me is just being able, like, once I move money from my checkings to my savings,
Right.
like, I know it doesn't get touched. Unless I absolutely need it for
Well,
something.
That's what I
But,
got
like,
my grandma for.
You
It's
see.
easier, like, once the money gets put into my savings, it's like I don't look at it and I don't know it's there.
And
Like,
then-
if I have
Grandma's
cash
for
and
it.
I'm trying to, like, put back some cash, like, I'm gonna know, like, I'm always gonna know it's there.
Then-
and then I spend it.
Then you
It's-
can
yeah.
use the Kevin Hart excuse. Well, I've got a checking and a savings, and it takes 3 days. It ain't gonna work out.
See, that's one thing I like about my grandma. She's all the time on me about saving, so I've started giving her money, and she will not give it back. I was joking with her last night because I got paid today, and she was joking with me. She said, "You still got money?" I said, "No. Can I get $50 back from you out of that money I gave you?" She said, "You've already spent your whole check." I said, "No."
Absolutely.
But
Now,
she
I
does
guess-
not come off my money easy. Like once I give it to her, she holds it.
That's my mom. Like, my mom, she'll hold money for people. Like, she's held money for me when, like, well, technically I didn't have a bank account until 6 months after I was working. But every paycheck I got, I would
Give
give
you
straight
money.
to her because it
Mhm.
went towards me buying my car.
That's
Right.
what I'm doing
And
right now, saving for a
she'd
car.
hold it all for me
Gra-
because otherwise it'd be gone.
Grandma is freaking good with money.
I also do use my dad as a bank too. I will give him money to hold on to for me,
Right.
and he will. But
I don't know. I trust people more than I do a bank. I'm sorry.
it's
I like having somebody that I trust going, "Hey, you still got that money?" "Yeah, I still got it hidden." "All right, cool." In case I need to go
just
get
hate-
this cash.
I know,
just
but
hate
let's
the-
just say, I mean, if you're traveling, you definitely want money on your account.
Well, then I'm gonna tell them, "Hey, can I get some of that money?" I'm gonna travel with it. I'm gonna keep it on
Yeah,
my
but
sock.
what if you end up needing more than you take for
Well,
like
then
an
I need-
emergency or something?
Hey, Western Union this to me.
Right.
Western Union's around the whole world.
That's gonna be a lot harder to go through.
Nah.
Yeah.
I just hate all the hidden fees and getting charged to get my money out. It doesn't work for me, but I'm not everyone. That's my personal experience.
I don't get charged to take money out. You can go to like Sheets
Yeah, but if
or
you,
your
if,
own ATM.
if you, I don't like big banks, so if I did have one, it would be a small bank, and
Yeah.
those are hard. If you are out of town, those are harder to find.
Yeah.
That's why if I go to a bank, I'm gonna probably go back up to the state employees credit union. The problem is though, once you leave North Carolina, you can't get back into it.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to go to cash points or something like
Yeah.
that. It's aggravating.
Which it's, I think if through state employees, I don't think it charges you at cash points either.
It doesn't charge you at cash points.
It's
but
just the
that-
availability. Is
How many cash points are really around the places that you go most of the time? I don't know.
They're pretty common.
Yeah,
I see
it's
more
not that you
MasterCard
don't
and
see them,
Visa.
but it's
Yeah.
all about
the
convenience
inconvenience.
when you're
Yeah.
abroad like that.
If we're
But
talking
those
about
percentages.
100% cashless society, then our online security has to be at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Mhm.
gonna have to gain a whole lot of people's trust and
Yeah.
proving that systems can't be hacked into. Not only that,
Which anything can be hacked.
Right.
See, but that's going to be
But-
the problem because our generation, or a lot of kids that are younger than us. I guess we're getting older. The kids are going to be starting to decide if we need to be a cashless society. They've been preparing us for a cashless society since our grandparents. MasterCard, Visa. Oh, get a credit card. It's a way to have
handing
cash.
Oh,
out
yeah.
credit cards to
Ex-
college students.
exactly.
But at the point when
And
there's no
then-
material currency,
Yeah.
the currency that you have is all made up anyway.
But what I'm saying is they've been preparing us for this switch for years without us even knowing.
They've been trying to push it on us.
Exactly. And now look at all the kids in high school. They have Chime. They have all these different cash apps. Oh, yeah,
Well-
you install direct deposit straight into your Chime account today and then use our card.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Right.
making so much money off of these people just pouring their money into their accounts to use it however they like, and then they just pay off whatever they use it on.
I think
It's just
like these companies that provide you identity insurance would be at an all-time high as well.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The growth they would see would be astronomical.
Yeah, true.
But the type of theft would change.
Yeah.
Our type, we
Which-
would, our whole sense of security would be shooken in a instant.
Most people
Just-
see like credit card theft and as a victimless crime because
Yeah.
your credit card gets stolen,
Mhm.
you report it, you get paid back, and
Yeah.
nothing happens to the person who did it.
Yeah.
Just the credit card company
Mm-hmm.
is making so much money they can afford it.
Yeah.
It really is about, like, I mean, I think the cashless society falls under control.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if everything goes cashless,
They
and
can
they're-
cut off your stuff
exactly,
like that. Yep.
and then you're, like, forced to comply.
Yeah.
Also, like they're already cutting people's water and power off in California right
Right.
now if you
Yeah.
have more than 12 people there. And
What if they
is
cut off your
our-
bank
At this
account?
point, is that
yeah,
a free country?
exactly.
How is that a free country?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When these people have paid millions of dollars to live here, they're paying taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what they're doing, I'm not saying is right or wrong, but most of the people who have in their power, they're teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I partied when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
To cut their power off, I'm not with it, but
No.
Yeah, that's BS. Total
Yeah.
BS.
I think that's pretty much it for me.
Pretty
Y'all
much.
have anything to
I'm
add?
good. I'm done.
I think
good
I'm good as
conversation.
well. I just want to say if you're here to the end, thank you again. Again, if you're new here,
It's
you're into
usually-
podcasts.
We're still learning. Sorry about the visual on Tyler and Brooks' side.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. My camera battery, I guess, is just half shot.
We
I don't
know you like seeing our faces, but
If
I mean,
you
you'll
good
still see
audio.
our faces.
if you're
I'm
still
sure.
here and you enjoyed it and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Turn
Smack
on
it,
our,
maybe, even if you will.
Just don't crack that phone.
Yes. Also,
liable.
turn that notification bell on and drop us a comment if you want to hear us talk about a comment. I mean, not a comment, a topic.
Drop it in the comments.
Mhm.
We are open to suggestions. As I said last week, I want to create a community here. I
Yep.
want y'all to feel a part of this, so interact with us. We are here.
Oh yeah, and we're listening.
So peace out until next week, guys. Hope y'all have a good week.
Y'all have a good one.
Take it easy.
See ya.
Peace out.